The purpose of surrealism is to be the servant of reality, since it makes things real that have not yet been made real. And it strives to do this by every imaginable means, so that this dreamed and thought world becomes as real as the visible, tangible one. Throughout his life, Otto Mäkilä, one of the key artists of Turku modernism, pondered the nature of art. Some have seen him as a forerunner of Finnish surrealism, but he personally did not view himself as representing any particular art movement. For Mäkilä, renewal and constant change were the cornerstones of being an artist. Mäkilä, who studied at Turku Drawing School and later on in Paris, abandoned the depiction of external reality early on. In his view, significant art ultimately always said something about the artist's inner reality. Art should reveal the human being within. As a surrealist, Mäkilä was more a mystic and philosopher than an anarchist or experimenter. Contemplation of humanity and the interpretation of his own inner visions are at the core of his art. He was also sensitive to feelings and currents in the surrounding world. His works of the 1930s saw a move away from the poetic mode of painting, with close links to nature that reflected the atmospheres of the artist's home district of Ruissalo in Turku. The tense social atmosphere of a world on the threshold of the Second World War brought menacing overtones into his paintings, as if foreshadowing catastrophe. The existential anxiety that emerged, especially in European literature after the war, also found expression in Mäkilä's art. His inner visions turned into increasingly unadorned depictions of isolation and outsiderness. He also reacted to the era of mechanization and technology. He saw people as gradually being transformed into human machines. His machine compositions of the turn of the 1940s and 50s reflect the influence of current international art. For instance, by Fernand Léger and Henry Moore. In his machine compositions and works depicting the strange dwelling places of the human mind, Mäkilä investigated metaphysical problems of existence. The Tower, a painting from 1950, reflects the artist's pessimistic mindset. Human beings can never get outside their own world, but are unavoidably shut inside their shell, prisoners of their own lonely room. The work may also tell of the desire of an artist who felt increasingly isolated, to hide away and withdraw. The world waits outside, but the relationship with it is conflicted. For Makila, finding his own way of being an artist entailed a conscious aloneness and outsiderness, unswayed by the opinion of the public and critics. Independence was essential, and any artist's truth was an individual's truth. It feels as if I were always and forever talking about myself. And that is the case. I know other people in so far as I can conjecture, and from what they themselves say. I can't see into their thoughts, but I know that they too can't get away from themselves.